Welcome to episode 2 of Standards Aren't Mean, Unfiltered Thoughts Not Safe for Work. The following names and identities have been changed to protect the guilty. This is a true story. In this episode, we're going to meet Alex. Full disclosure, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I don't really know how well this is going to work. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen. And oh look, there it is. Yay, we did it. We are going to figure this out. All right. I'm going to talk about Alex. Alex is 42 for all intents and purposes. Alex's friends say he's a great catch. If you are someone whose dating profile still says, I love long walks on the beach, or easygoing guy who loves adventures, it's time for an intervention. Welcome to No More Fish. I'm Inspired Spitfire, your online dating and profile expert, here to save you from yourself. It's not your looks, your age, and it's not your luck. It's your profile. And from what I've seen, a lot of them are pretty tragic. So today, live, we're going to go over a real profile. Alex is a real person. This was his real dating profile. However, I have changed his pictures to protect him from embarrassment. Like I said, Alex is 42. He's a nice guy. He has a good job, volunteers at a dog rescue and a homeless shelter. He's basically a rom-com character that forgot to hire a scriptwriter. He's been divorced for 3 years. He's done the work. He co-parents like a champ, and apparently he's allergic to love because he spent yet another New Year's Eve with his friends, but without a date. It could have been worse. He could have said yes to the date, who would have spent the entire night scrolling on TikTok instead of making eye contact. And then there's the dagger that he spent the night dodging with his well meaning friends who asked, so why are you still single? And if you're single, you understand why this hurts. If you are married or in a relationship and you're still asking your single friends this and you're not sure why it's an insult, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Let's see if I can get my screen back up. All right, so we're going to start with going through Alex's photos. This is the picture that Alex chose for his primary dating profile. He thought it made him look cool and adventurous. For his next picture, he decided that he'd show he's a fun guy, so we have a blurry group shot. 4 beers, 2 friends, and 0 clue which one is Alex. Sure, they look like they're a fun group, but women are too tired to play guess who while they're swiping. Next photo is the gym mirror selfie. Alex takes care of himself, works out on his lunch hour. He was feeling good that day, so he thought he'd snap a selfie. He thought this was something that women might appreciate. Alex thought wrong. Big mistake, dude. In this photo, honestly, Alex looks like he's auditioning for Dateline, not a date. And then there's this one. It's a professional shot. It's a great picture. It's in focus, it's outside, the lighting is great, his shirt is clean. However, there are kids in the picture, and this is a no. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances should there be a picture on your profile with children in it. This is not a family Christmas card. This is a dating profile. And if you don't know why that's wrong, stay tuned. We'll talk about this next week. Alex could have added pictures 5 and 6, but he decided not to. He thought good enough was going to work. Now we're going to go on to Alex's tagline, looking for my soulmate. Cool. So is everyone else. She's read this line more times than she can remember, and she swiped left 3 profiles ago. Now for his bio. He thought maybe he'd play it safe. Easygoing guy who loves to travel, laugh, and try new things. Just seeing what's out there. Not great at talking about myself. Ask me anything. I'm a nice guy. No drama, please. Oh my God. Like, ouch. And wow. And if any of these things are on your dating profile, they should be removed immediately. Women, if any of these things are appearing on the dating profiles you're considering swiping right on, take a deep breath, pause, swipe left, have a glass of wine. We'll talk tomorrow. Now for his details. For his height, he thought he'd say he's 5'10". Nobody would really notice, right? But the reality is, on a good day, he's 5'8". For job, he just put tech. He didn't want to get too involved. However, to women, this can read unemployed, but thinking about a podcast. Kids, yes. Oops. Yes, but he doesn't mention custody, availability, or any type of emotional connection that he has with them. Should you mention that you have kids on your dating profile? Absolutely. We don't want to get 6 months into a relationship and do surprise kids. But mentioning you have kids, being honest about having kids, does not mean that they need to be splashed all over your dating profile. For education, he thought he'd try to be cool and put the School of Hard Knocks. And for politics, he said not into politics, but his family would disagree that at Thanksgiving he absolutely has opinions. As for what he's looking for, he went with someone chill, low maintenance, no gold diggers, must be fit, and must not take herself too seriously. Wow. Like, Alex, buddy, if you were trying to not get a date, this was the exact way to do it. The number of red flags that this sends off for women is insane. And again, women, if any of these things are appearing on profiles, please swipe left. Someone chill, that does not translate so that women are reading it as you want somebody who's comfortable in her sweatpants, no makeup, and watching a movie under a blanket on Saturday night. That means you want to be able to tell us to calm down and not have us freak out. Low maintenance? No. That actually reads as you don't want to have to do any of the work, but if the relationship is going to progress in forward, we're going to have to do the heavy lifting. No gold diggers. I really must be fit. Okay, but that can mean a lot of different things. And to women, that comes across as we're going to have to watch our weight. And if we gain some, you're going to have something to say about it. Must not take herself too seriously. Okay, based off of whose scale? And ever? Like, we can't ever be serious about ourselves, or only when it's okay for you? I understand Alex may have thought he was saying he wants somebody who's okay in blue jeans and flip flops drinking a beer in the backyard. That's not how this comes across. For his interests, he put Jem, but not really. He goes during his lunch hour because he's 42, but it's not something that he's seriously into. Podcasts about success, crypto. Well, he was interested in it until he lost money, and now he just won't shut up about it. Good conversation. To women, this comes across as you want good conversation, but you can't carry one. In traveling, if you're actually interested in traveling, then say you're interested in traveling. But that one trip to Cancun in 2016 doesn't really count as traveling for an interest. His opening messages, hey, wow, and what do you bring to the table? No wonder Alex was alone on New Year's Eve. So, the overall diagnosis is that his profile screams emotionally lazy, chronically underdeveloped, mildly misogynistic, but calls it preferences, wants a girlfriend. Well, wants girlfriend benefits without having to put in boyfriend effort, and thinks women over 35 should be grateful. I was not sharing my screen at all. Oh man. Welcome to life, y'all.